I almost feel like there is a cloud that has been following me over the past few weeks. You guys are never going to believe this. Stuff that I haven't been ready to talk about, but I do feel like I am ready to talk about and bring you guys into this week. People only have half of the picture of what's really going on. I can't exercise in these conditions. Hello you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to this week's vlog. It really does feel like it's been a little while since I have picked up the vlog camera. There has just been so much going on in life. I've done so much solo parenting recently. I got more solo parenting coming up soon, and it's just been a really full fall for us over here. And to be honest, the last few weeks I have felt like I have just been in a funk. Like, you know when you just get in a headspace and something is off, you just feel not yourself, but you don't really know like what it is or how to get out of it. I have been in that headspace recently, and so I feel like the last few days, now that things are starting to get to more of like a normal pace, I've been really trying to do the things that I know help me to get out of it, get back into my routines, Bible reading, exercising, moving my body. If I'm honest, I have not been exercising for the last like couple of months, which is not good, but life happens and we are where we are. But I'm trying not to stay in that place. I have so much I feel like to update you on, even just like my health and what's been going on behind the scenes. Stuff that I haven't been ready to talk about, but I do feel like I am ready to talk about and bring you guys into this week. So that is what you can expect in this video. First life update is that we are doing family photos today. We have not had any family photos done for a very long time. I'm pretty sure the last time would have been shortly after Rosie was born, which was like 18 months ago at this point. And I have been like pregnant or postpartum in all of our family photos. So I said to my husband, like, it would be really nice to have some pictures where I am just myself. Another update is that in between all of the ministry travel that my husband has been doing recently, our family snuck away for a 10-day, I won't say vacation, because the first little bit we were going to family weddings and that was very intense. It did not feel like vacation. But after we went to 2 weddings back to back, we took some time just up at his like family house / cottage that he grew up in for Canadian Thanksgiving. So that was super nice. And coming back from that, we also brought a bunch of antique pieces that we found in the shed up there from like his childhood. So those will be going into our house over the next few days, which I'm really stoked about. We got the most beautiful antique beds for our kids. The beds that we got for the kids are in a really nice shape, and it's like a style of bed that I have been looking at forever. So I just still can't believe that we found them. So I'm hoping that we can get that all done and set up in the kids' room in this vlog as well. Excuse me pointing a scissor at my eyeball. We are just having a very clumpy eyelash day today. I do my makeup the same way, truly every single day. So whenever we have something special coming up, like family photos, I just don't even know what to do to make myself look different. This is also my first time having short hair for any type of family photo. I've only ever, for as long as I can remember, the photographs that have been taken of me had long hair. So this feels very strange, and I'm still getting used to the way that it looks, but I'm hoping that it just holds curl because it might rain this afternoon and I find that my curls don't hold quite as well with my hair this length, but that'll do. I got a dress in from Daughters of India that I'm going to be wearing today, and I'm so excited because their dresses are so beautiful. I've never worn one before, but I got one from them and I've been saving it for this occasion. I also ordered more of those like impress stick-on nails, but they haven't shown up yet. I'm hoping that at the last minute the Amazon order might show up before we have to start driving so I can just like stick them on in the car. But something that did show up in time and I'm so excited about is a jewelry order from Mint and Lily. I just got their rope chain necklace in gold. These are their chunky teardrop earrings. I got the essential box chain bracelet in gold. And then I think my favorite thing that I got is this birthstone ring from them. It's so cute, so dainty, and it's got a little gem on it for Jared, for Jude, for Vivian, and for Rosie, which is so special. I love to wear a ring on this finger specifically to stack with my Aura ring because I find that it's often like twisting around. So recently I've been wearing a ring with it like 99% of the time. It's charging right now, so I don't have it on, but I really do love the way that this looks stacked or just on its own. And I have been loving the customizable, personalized jewelry recently. I feel like it's so special and so meaningful. And it's also so fun to see your whole family visualized on a piece of jewelry like that. And if you're someone that loves personalized jewelry, or you know someone that does, they would absolutely love Mint and Lily because they make meaningful premium jewelry for women at incredible prices. A huge thing for me when it comes to jewelry is the ability to wear it all the time. I don't really love taking my jewelry off every single time I need to shower, every single time I need to go to bed. I will wear my jewelry for like days, if not weeks on end, before switching it up and changing it out again. And Mint and Lily uses premium materials that are designed to never tarnish. They also give a lifetime guarantee, which is a game changer when it comes to jewelry. They have over 1 million customers and 20,000 plus 5-star reviews for their pieces. And another huge thing about them is that they are very accessible when it comes to pricing. They want personalized premium jewelry to be available to everyone. So most of their pieces do fall kind of somewhere in the $40 to $70 sweet spot. So it makes it a perfect gift for yourself or maybe someone on your list this holiday season. You can personalize the jewelry in minutes and it's so easy to do. So think things like different names, different symbols, different birthstones like I did to represent our whole family with this ring. It's just really nice when a piece of jewelry for me is made with meaning and it actually represents someone or something that I love. Outside of the rings, they also do have personalizable bracelets, necklaces, earrings as well. The pieces are very on trend, but like I said, they're very well made, so you can wear them without worrying about that tarnishing. I personally love to layer my jewelry, so a little like J initial for my husband is the next thing on my list. And if you are looking for super cute personalizable jewelry that is also hyperallergenic, fast shipping, lifetime guarantee, I think that you guys will love Mint and Lily as well. Like I said, I feel like this is the perfect Christmas gift, especially for a mom, because it's just nice to be able to have something beautiful to represent your kids, your husband, even like a friend. And Mint and Lily does have a special offer for viewers of my channel. So if you want to shop my collection and browse everything else that they have, that link will be here on the screen and down in the description box, as well as a discount for you guys to save. So thank you so much to Mint and Lily for working with me on today's video. Okay, excuse the mess in here. I have pulled out 1,000 articles of clothing and I have so much stuff that I still just need to put away, but I'm trying to figure out what we are going to be wearing for these photos because I should have figured that out a little bit earlier, but we are leaving in like 30 minutes and I don't have all of our outfits coordinated. Like I said, for myself, I'm going to be wearing this Daughters of India dress and then I'm going to put a little like, what are they called? Something underneath to cover it because it is incredibly see-through. You can see my entire body through this dress if I don't have anything under it. It is really beautiful though. I love the way that it flows and I think it's going to look really nice on camera. Also, I am realizing that I have worn this before. I literally wore this in my fall baking marathon video, so I lied. This will be my second time wearing it, but first time wearing it like outside of the house. And as you can see, we've got a lot of sad beige color theme happening over here. So I wanted to break up just the like kind of plain patterns a little bit by adding in this gingham dress that I got from Zara for Vivian. I really liked the top on it. I like that it looks classic and cute. And it's also just a nice like flowy simple dress. So these two are the ones that are for sure. And then for Rosie, this is like when you show your husband different paint swatches and you're like, which one? They're all so different, but really they do look incredibly similar. So for sure, I know that I'm going to put her in this little Jamie K cardigan because it is kind of chilly outside. And she will also have a similarly colored pair of stockings underneath, but these are the options for dresses. This one, my daughter wore in a family photo shoot. And I'm noticing now that it's got like weird yellow spotting on it. I don't know if that would photograph, but I'm slightly nervous that it will. So I'm leaning against this one and I'm just kind of stuck between these two. This one I would say is more of a cream. It's got that lacier look to it, but I don't know if I love it with the other two. I'm not 100% sure. The other one is this one that I originally did get with these photos in mind. I thought it would look nice with this one, but I'm not 100% sure. I wish that I could see your guys' votes in real time, but unfortunately I will have to choose by the time you watch this video. Forgot that I also do have this one that I think would be my top pick because I really like the collar at the top, but also upon holding it up in this lighting, I realized that it's also kind of got like a little yellow spot on it. Maybe I'm being dramatic and you wouldn't actually see that on camera, but I'm just nervous that you will. For Jude, I'm gonna have him in blue jeans and then this little cotton, what is this? Doesn't say, doesn't matter, but whatever the fabric is, I'm gonna have him in this with this corduroy jacket to layer on top. I thought that would be really cute. And then for Jared, I don't have a sweet clue. It feels so predictable and boring to just put him in beige, but like what else do you do? I don't think I want a pattern. Maybe maybe potentially even denim. These could both be options. Naturally, this one looks better with the color scheme, but it's very predictable. I'm gonna see what he thinks, but I'm thinking probably something between these two. I enlisted the help of the Instagram behind the scenes chat to choose the dress, and everyone went with this one, so we have a winner. We only had one small fashion crisis where the slip for the underneath of my dress was way too long and like literally poking up right above my boots, but we cut that off and fixed it. Everyone's dressed. We're getting in the car. It's time to go. We did it. Success. So now we are going to get some Mexican food since we're all dressed and the kids are starving. And we have a little bit of a drive home, so we're gonna go and grab dinner together now.
What do you got, buddy?
Well, we were gonna go to the grocery store, but there is like a torrential downpour happening right now and I don't want to leave the house, so I'm not going to, but I'm gonna take you guys into the garage to show you the beds that we just got for our kids, and we also got one piece of furniture for our front entry. It's so beautiful, but we gotta do a little bit of cleanup on it, so let's go do that instead. Okay, reporting live from the garage. There's a lot going on in here, so ignore that, but I have to show you guys the furniture that I ended up pulling out of the shed at Jared's family cottage when we were up there last week. Antique furniture that is literally beyond my wildest dreams that no one seemed to know was in there and was going to just be donated because they need to clear the shed out to actually bring it down. So I've got some treasures. First of all, can we believe these antique Jenny Lynn beds, 2 of them that were sitting in this shed in perfect condition. Like I said, I do need to clean them up a little bit. I need to wipe them down. I'm pretty sure some of these like frames literally have mouse poop on them. So we're going to address that before they get into the house. But these were my husband and his little sister's beds that they shared in their bedroom when they were little, and they are absolutely stunning. I have always loved a Jenny Lynn bed. And for people who have been following me on YouTube for a long time, you might be thinking, did you not get an antique bed that you like completely refinished for days and put into your daughter's bedroom for her? Yes, I did do that, but that meant that I needed to do that entire process again with the second bed that we had gotten for Jude to match her bed. And to be honest with you, I like these beds better. I prefer the look of them. They're gonna take way less work for me to restore and get in good shape. I'm pretty sure that I can clean these up with like a little bit of water, maybe a tiny bit of bleach, some Branch Basics spray, and get these into their room. And the other beds I would have need to do the full sand down process, the full like refinish on the wood and everything. So we're going this route instead. So we have the 2 matching Jenny Lynn beds, and then we have this beauty, this stunning piece of furniture that I am so excited about. This piece has so much character, and I'm thinking that I am going to put it in our front entry under the mirror that we have when you first walk in. It's really nice because it has a lot of storage in it, and right now all of our shoe storage is just in like a little basket under that front table, but now I can have the kids' shoes and some of our shoes go into this as well. Once again, we do have some mice poop, so that needs to be cleaned out. And then it's got these really beautiful kind of like iron knobs across the top that will be really nice for dropping stuff into and just having more storage at the front entryway in general. As soon as I can get these wiped down, this wiped down, and then these little like slats for the bottoms of the bed, we can actually get this into the house. So let's get working on it. Don't ask why I have 2 different gloves. Okay, it is pouring rain outside right now, and I was about to go to the grocery store, but I think I'm gonna press pause on that, or honestly just have the groceries delivered to our house, because I do not want to be getting in the car and doing that right now. But I figured that I would sit down and just update you guys on my life right now and some of the things that have been going on behind the scenes, why I almost feel like there is a cloud that has been following me over the past few weeks. And when I share very personal stuff online, there is this analogy that I heard someone say that's kind of gross, but I really do resonate with it from the way that I see sharing my life online. And it's that it's better to share from like a scab or a scar than it is from an open wound and bleeding out on everyone that you're looping into it. In other words, it is better to have healed from an experience and have had time in private to process it, come to terms with it, pray through it, than it is to loop people in and basically just like get people into the throes of the mess with you and pour out all of your problems when you haven't processed any of it yet and just kind of drag people into the weeds of that. It's not to say that that is an approach that's wrong. I think sometimes it's really good to bring people into things as you are working through them in real time. But for me, on like a platform like this where it's very public, I think that for certain things, I do really like to just have the space to deal with it and process in private and then to share from this place of the healing or having moved past something. That being said, this is proving to be a longer journey than I was hoping or expecting, and a little bit of like a messier situation that might just take longer for us to figure out. And so that is why I am going to bring you into it. I think also just the reality that like it's hard to share your life online when people only have half of the picture of what's really going on sometimes. And I want you guys to have more of the picture, if all of that makes sense. So I'm rambling now, but back in August, I shared a video where basically I updated you guys on the fact that I had been unexpectedly in the emergency room in August with having like the entire right side of my body go numb. Didn't have any feeling for over 12 hours. We were concerned maybe this is a stroke, like what's happening here? And essentially we've ruled out at that point stroke. Like it doesn't sound like a stroke is what happened. At least that's not what the doctors, the neurologists that I'm working with think happened. But that was not the only incident that has happened since then. I have had a couple other incidences of the same like right-sided numbness that have happened. And I've also had other kind of symptoms crop up in the meantime as well. Things like vertigo and really bad dizziness, like where I'm having to steady myself throughout the day. And it's not 24/7, but it's often enough that we're looking into it. Thyroid things that I'm navigating, a lot of sudden hair loss that has just been like a lot to manage and really scary. And there's just been things that have been going on in the background that Jared and I especially are like praying into and seeking answers around and are just trying to figure out like, God, what is happening here? So after that first appointment, it was about, I think 8 weeks before I ended up getting in with a neurologist, but I had that appointment and the neurologist that I'm working with is amazing. We are going down basically every rabbit trail, every avenue, all of the tests that could be run are being run. Things like MRIs, things like CAT scans, blood tests, ultrasounds. So I feel at this point very well taken care of and like the right people are on it, but there's just a lot of unknowns right now. At this stage, we are looking to figure out like if there is some sort of autoimmune disease, disorder, whatever that has developed in me like since having kids. And the tricky thing with my symptoms as they stand right now is that it could just be like a weird thing hormonally. Like I am 18 months postpartum after having 3 kids back to back, so it's very possible that hormones are just out of whack. But as of right now, it's not seeming like that's the case. It's seeming like there is something else that's going on. And so as soon as you get into all of the autoimmune stuff and different buzzwords start flying around in doctors' rooms like multiple sclerosis, Hashimoto's, lupus, and it's like, what are we dealing with here? There can be a lot of room for fear to creep in and just overthinking things and wondering if things that I'm doing in my day-to-day life could be making me more sick or are helping and what I should be doing right now, and wondering if I'm doing the right things in my day-to-day to be the healthiest version of myself that I can be for myself and for my husband and for my kids. Right now, we do not have any of the answers that we need on anything. I still have weeks to go of testing and follow-ups and all of these different things, but in the meantime, it has been a lot to carry just mentally. Like, do I have some sort of disease or disorder that's developed that I'm not seeing in my day-to-day life? And just trying really hard to keep living as though that's not the case and having faith that that could not be the case is just, it takes so much mental work. I'm not actually one that typically would struggle with health anxiety. easy, but it has been something that I've had to work through a lot more in this season. And it's funny because when this first incident happened, I'm trying not to get emotional, but I actually had someone from church talk to me that had a very similar thing happen in her early 30s. She was like, I was running myself dry. I was very stressed in my life. And that is when a lot of symptoms of a disease that she developed ended up kind of showing up for her. And she was saying, like, at first it took a really long time to get any sort of diagnosis. And I just like shut down in fear. I got so afraid. I got so anxious. I wasn't able to keep like living life as normal. And she was just kind of advising me, like, do your best to not fall into that trap, because in the meantime, like, there's nothing that you can do in your day to day. All you can do is be faithful to take care of your kids, to steward what God has given you, and to just have faith and trust that everything is going to be okay, because everything will be okay. And that at the beginning of this journey has been just something and an encouragement that I've been really trying to hold on to not let myself fall into that trap of like constantly overthinking and getting scared, because at the end of the day, like, God has not given us a spirit of fear, and I don't need to sit around being afraid of something that I don't even know the answer to yet. And even when we do get the answer, I just have so much like trust in the reality that God is sovereign over my body. He is in control of every function, of every impulse, of every thought, of everything that goes on inside of me and of you. And so I don't need to bow down to fear or concern about what the future is going to look like. That being said, all of the appointments, all of the processing, all of the researching that I've been trying to not do, but sometimes you just do because you're human, and even just the fact that this kind of feels like we're putting future things like another baby on hold while we get answers for what's going on. It's just been a lot to carry. And so that is one piece of a larger puzzle of everything else that makes life feel intense and crazy right now. But if I ever am like MIA on here or MIA on Instagram for a while, sometimes I just need space from it all, because it is a lot to carry and a lot to process. So that's kind of the update as of right now. I don't know how often I will give updates on this, like when I have more final and concrete answers to share with you on how I am doing, and if I've gotten some sort of diagnosis, I will let you know. But as of right now, that's where things are at. I know that I'm going to be okay. Prayers are still appreciated, and thanks for listening to my rant. It's date night. It has been a very long time since we have been on a date. Like, honestly, probably at least a month. I feel like maybe even our anniversary. I just cannot remember the last time we actually like were able to get out and do this. We went and
watched Caught Stealing.
Yeah, we went and saw a movie, but that was like early September, I feel like. So it has been a long time, but we're happy to be getting out now. I let Jared plan the evening, and I am cooking my own food tonight because we're going to Japanese barbecue.
I am,
but he said that he would do it for me.
I love to spend money to cook my food.
And then I don't know what we will do after that, but we'll probably do something else, like go and get dessert, go see a movie, go shopping or something afterwards. We gotta milk it when we get the time together. Hello again. It is now Sunday afternoon. Our whole family just got back from church a few minutes ago. We've got some people coming over this afternoon for lunch. I just ordered some groceries to our house because I'm going to start doing meal prep for this week. My new rhythm has been doing meal prep for Jared and I's lunches, so I'm going to do that this week. Sesame chicken, ground turkey, rice, broccoli. What do you think? Yeah. Sounds good? Excellent. I'm also going to be doing the snack meal prep for the snack meal prep. You can't make fun of my influencer
It's not a meal.
The snack prep for our kids this week. It didn't really go over so well last week. I feel like the cheese crackers that I tried to make just didn't really hit with them. The texture of the crackers just did not turn out the way that I wanted them to. They were almost like cakier. Honey?
Yes.
So I got honey 2 times.
Correct.
Okay. Well, we got a lot of honey. The crackers that I made last week did not work out. They were like cakier than I had wanted them to be, and so they actually molded within a couple days, and I just had them stored in the cupboard. Maybe I should have kept them in the fridge, but I just figured for a cracker recipe that I wouldn't need to refrigerate them. So anyway, we're not gonna do crackers this week. I feel like I need a new cracker recipe, but I am planning on doing granola bars, which is why I double ordered honey. I have so much honey now. So I'm gonna make some homemade granola bars. I'm also, I think, gonna do pumpkin mini muffins. Vivi, if I put chocolate chips in the muffins, will you eat them, the pumpkin ones, or you like no chocolate chips? No chocolate chips? Okay, we're gonna make pumpkin mini muffins. And then this afternoon, I am also going to make soup. I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna do chicken noodle or the Olive Garden gnocchi soup, because I really like that one too. So we'll just see how we feel, but I need to start prepping. Coming back at you today from the reality of 2 kids with fevers and 1 having an ear infection. It is actually insane to me how kids can be like running full steam ahead, 100%, seeming so well, and then go to bed that night, not sleep all night, have a fever, then just wake up the next morning sick. It is insane. So, needless to say, today has not looked like what I thought it was going to look like. I have been in full-on mom and nurse mode. I am stripping all of the beds right now, washing, disinfecting everything in our house. I do feel like this is going to be short-lived because the kids have been feeling a lot better today, even though last night and this morning were pretty rough. I did take them to the doctor this afternoon just to check if like there was anything else that we needed to do. And I swear every time I take my kids to the doctor, by the time we get there, it feels like they're already just in perfect health again. But that is what I have been up to today. You guys are never going to believe this. I am still shook that this is happening. But for anyone that remembers the Q&A that I did a while back, was it a Q&A? I might have just been like yapping in one of my videos about this, but I was basically saying that with having a 4th baby, because I wear an Aura ring, I was really getting stuck on the mental hurdle of just like intentionally deciding that we were going to start trying and being able to know with so much certainty like when I was ovulating and all these things. I've just never gotten pregnant with that much like awareness of timeline before. So basically what I was saying in that video is that I felt as though I needed to just take the ring off to get out of my head with it all and to just like allow things to happen according to God's timing and God's plan, instead of being like, is this the right day for it? Should we do it on this day to maximize? Like all of this stuff. Anyway, I did not stop wearing my ring. I have been wearing my ring, was still wearing it this whole time until all of a sudden, and I'm not lying, you're gonna think that I'm lying when I tell you this, my Aura ring stopped working, just stopped tracking 2 specific parameters, sleep and my basal body temperature. So everything that was syncing between Aura and natural cycles was no longer being tracked. The only thing that the Aura was still tracking were things like activity goals and heart rate and steps, but anything that was needed for my fertility tracking just stopped working all of a sudden. Am I saying that God did that? No, but like what a freaky coincidence that I just kept saying that I need to just not have this data anymore for this to happen, and then all of a sudden my ring just taps out of nowhere. Yesterday I was talking to Aura about it, like basically just asking what should I do, because I did a factory reset on it, I did all the things that they suggested, and then they looked at all the data and kind of what was going on with my ring, because I could send them all that data, and they're like, no, your ring is just not working anymore for tracking these things. We're gonna send you a new ring. So the crazy thing is that I was ovulating while all of that was happening, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So there's one life update, but before I wrap this vlog up, I also wanted to show you guys what the beds look like in the kids' rooms. I wanted to show you what they looked like with all the bedding on and everything looking cute, but unfortunately because of vomit, I am pulling everything off right now. Ignore the fact that this room is in shambles right now, but this is the current layout of the kids' room after switching over the beds. So this corner is where we had Jude's crib. It took up a much smaller footprint in the room before. It came to like here. So this is obviously much more to have lost in terms of like the footprint of the room. So when we moved that here, the dresser that was here had to be moved over here because of the fact that you just were walking directly into furniture. I do think that I like this layout the best. We tested a couple of different things, but having the beds here didn't really work because they ran right into this closet. So with this dresser being here, the only downside is that we do lose a tiny bit of light from the window, but for the most part, I do think that it looks cute, and I'm liking the fact that they've got the lamp now between the beds and they can keep like water and books on top of it. On the other side, this is where their bookshelf currently is. This used to be like an IKEA bookshelf that stood tall, but then the different shelves in it started to fall apart, so we just took it out because someone on my Instagram was like, why don't you just lay it flat? You could fit more books in it that way. So we've been doing that for a while, but I don't know if I want to leave this like this forever. I'm not sold on this area of the room right now. And then the other thing that I'm trying to now figure out is what we do over here, because this is where my 4-year-old's dollhouse stuff was set up before, but this bed does come out like slightly farther as well, so there's less room. And now I don't know what to do with the toy basket that used to live over here. So I might just have to get rid of some stuff. Unfortunately, we do use everything that is currently in here. An interesting factor in all of this though is that Rosie's room, which has Jude's old crib now, we moved the nest egg crib into that space. That will be a kid's room at some point. Right now it just has like the guest bed in the corner, but we don't plan on keeping that there forever. So I do feel like some more of these like kids specific pieces, doll houses, toy chests, all of that will need to go into that space since we're starting from like ground zero in there. Otherwise though, I am very happy with how the beds turned out and how they look. I think they're so beautiful. They complement the wallpaper that we have from Loomwell really well. I feel like it fits with the vibe of what I was going for in here, and it also matches this antique dresser really nicely. So those are all of my life updates for you this week. I feel like this has been a little bit of an all over the place vlog. We've covered so much random ground here, and now I need to get back to washing this mountain of laundry this afternoon and taking care of my sick children. So pray for them, pray for me. Hopefully we're all on the other side of this soon. As I wrap this vlog up, I did want to remind you guys that if any of you are interested in checking out Mint and Lily, whether for yourself or to gift for someone else this holiday season, it's a really amazing place to get really high quality personalized jewelry with a lifetime guarantee. I do have a discount exclusively for viewers of my channel for them down in the description box. So I will put a link up here and the discount down in the description box for you guys as well. But thank you again to Mint and Lily for working with me on today's video. Thank you guys so much for being here and for watching. And until my next video, I love you, I'm praying for you, and I will see you soon. Bye.